Hi, my name is John, and a bit about myself is that I grew up as a missionary kid for 15 years in South America. When I was down there, I was a very lonely kid. I didn't have many friends, and because of that, most of my time was spent watching movies and TV shows and getting to experience a form of entertainment. And because of that, I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to create, to inspire the next generation of kids through movies or theater. This is what made me want to go into theater in the first place. I first got into theater in high school, started out as an actor, but as I got into college, I began to work backstage and grew a bit more of an experience back then. I started out with Bye Bye Birdie as run crew. My job was to run and bring the sets and props on and off a stage in a timely fashion. That would include a bar and chairs and tables. I then moved on to become a sound assistant in the show Much Ado About Nothing. There I played the music and raised and lowered the levels for the music. I was then an assistant wardrobe manager for an original show called Bedford Boys. My job was to help the actors in and out of costumes, make sure their costumes were set in the right positions, and work in a timely fashion. I then operated the rigging system for the show, The Drowsy Chaperone, which raised and lowered parts of the sets, like the backdrops. And right now, in a show that I'm currently working on, I am returning to become a sound assistant for the original show of Decipher. Throughout all of these processes of working on these shows, I learned that some of my weaknesses are that because I grew up in a different culture in South America, I didn't have all of the luxuries of knowing all about the theater world. I knew very limited things. I didn't know a lot about the shop or how things were built. However, as I started working on these shows, my biggest strength was that I was observant. I could observe how things were being done by other people, so that when they asked if I can help and learn about this, sometimes I could pick up really quick. And when I understand something well, I understand something really well. I find it very important and really helpful for me if I work in an environment that is collaborative, where all the people in that group work as a team. And a team is very important. They tell you, if you don't know how to do something, how to do something. They show you and help you through it so you can do it yourself. They can also help you out when you're stuck in a pinch, or you can help them out if they're stuck in a pinch. There's an example just recently where while I was working as a sound assistant, the person working with me who was supposed to be mixing the show fell asleep during intermission. And when the music started playing for the second act, he hadn't woken up. And so, during that moment where the music was so supposed to be playing, I reached over to his station, started mixing for a few seconds until I woke him up. And then we continued, brought him back to speed, and finished the show. When learning about your company, I learned that you were a group of young people, actors, people who wanted to create, direct, produce, a big technician, work on sound, lighting, and I noticed that it was a collaborative space. You were there to teach each other and help each other, and that's the best work environment for me. And that's why I want to have a position with you, so that I can learn from you, and maybe I can teach some new people as well. I hope that in 5 years that I'm working for a theater company, and I want to work as a sound assistant to continue working on sound. There's a lot of creativity in sound, and that's why when I was working on sound for Much Ado and now on Decipher, I'm learning a passion. And it's a passion that I want to explore, to help create and inspire, like I was inspired as a kid, and so I can inspire others in the future as well. And that is why I would like to work with you.